All right, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to weekly planning, your weekly planning session with Coach Sherea, maximizing your week by planning in advance. Oops. Okay, let's do that again. All right, maximizing your week by planning in advance. I am Sherea Vejan. I help individuals achieve their life goals while maintaining a healthy work-life balance through teaching group programs and hosting monthly goal challenges and live events. I'm also the publisher of over 11 books and journals, co-founder of the Goal Setters Club, and certified coach, trainer, and speaker with the John C. Maxwell team. So our goal is to get the most out of your week by planning in advance, help you stay on task with the life goals that you set for yourself, and to schedule your priorities rather than prioritizing your schedule, creating a consistent routine that will help get more done throughout the week, keeping you accountable each week by setting aside a specific time to plan. And so we call this Strategy Saturday, a time where you can sit and plan out your week for the upcoming week. So before we start, you want to, whether you're watching the replay or you're watching me live this morning, find a quiet place to be alone, block out 1 to 2.5 hours without any distractions. Try not to multitask. It'll be about 30 minutes with me, but then you also want to schedule like 1 to 2 hours after this video to go into deeper into your budgeting, into your meal planning. And then you want to create the right mood, whether you need candles, music, snacks, comfortable clothes, whatever you need to plan. Make sure you have your drinks. That way you don't get up. Once you start planning, you don't want to get up. You don't want any distractions. You just want to finish so you can block that time out. All right, so let's get started. Repetition is the key to forming new habits. Each week, if you're here with me, you will notice that we repeat the same core information. I try to add a couple updates or, announcements, but essentially we follow the same formula. And the goal is to establish a regular time and space to plan your week. So make sure you have your 2023 goals journal. You have your Strategy Saturday planner. You have your Strategy Saturday weekly planning checklist that is included in the course if you purchase the course. If you have a business, we also have a business marketing calendar. Sorry about that. That is a bonus in your planning kit. And then if you have a lot of planning to do, like I do, I also use a 3-ring binder. All right. And then I also have a prayer journal. So it's good to, maybe you need some prayer. You look at that schedule for the week and you realize I need some prayer, then go ahead and write that in your prayer journal. Now, even though it's used as a daily journal, you can also, have a special day to plan out your prayers for the week. All right. So here's what that looks like: your journal, your planner, your business marketing calendar, your Strategy Saturday checklist. And it gives you reminders on what to schedule, like your doctor's appointments, your errands, your hair appointments, your nails, your hygiene, things like that. All right, and then be intentional about planning. If it's Saturday, and then just take all your supplies, put them in one bag, make it sure you have your pens, your markers, your highlighters, anything you need, put it all together so you can take advantage of the time that you have. So you don't want to go back and forth. You want to set aside a couple hours to plan and then execute those plans throughout the week. Do not get overwhelmed. It gets easier. Do the work, create the list, and then if you need to, you can delegate. But it's far easier to plan out your week now so you know what's coming ahead than to have those things hit you at the last minute. All right, so you want to start with reflection. So those of you, you're going to hear me talk about John Maxwell, since I'm a John Maxwell coach. In the book, The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth, Chapter 4 talks about reflection. And it wasn't until I read that chapter where I really started incorporating the law of reflection, and not just like, okay, last week, but really saying, hey, like this week I was really tired. This week I was like, okay, I'm tired. So when I reflect on this week and what I had and what I ate, then how do I want next week to look like? So you want to try to reflect every week. You want to reflect every month. Most people reflect at the end of the year. But if you reflect every week, you have an opportunity to make changes for the following week. And so here are a couple of reflection questions. What was the overall mood last week? How did I do in regards to my goals? Did I achieve everything I wanted to achieve last week? Could I do anything better to see better results? What do I need to stop doing next week to achieve my goals? And am I on track for my yearly goals? The strategy Saturday, of course, is to help you plan your week, but it's also to help you stay on track with your yearly goals. So you want to ask yourself, if you set goals in the beginning of the year, some people call it New Year's resolutions, are you on track to achieve? So I call that reflect and expect. Reflect on last week and set up what you expect for the upcoming week. So again, I mentioned this week I was tired, like exhausted, came home, went to sleep, and didn't wake up until the next day type of exhausted. But I had so many more things on my to-do list that I had to do. And so even though my body was saying, "No, sis, I'm done," my to-do list and my calendar was like, "No, sis, you got about 10 more things to do on this list." So I had to ask myself, what happened last week that made me so tired and so exhausted? Did my schedule change? Did my commute change? Did my diet change? Did my schedule change up a little bit? And then as I reflect on what happened, now what am I expecting next week? Do I have to change up my diet? Do I have to change up my wake up calendar? Do I have to change up how I do things? Do I have to drink more water? So what happened last week and what I need to happen this week is a little different. So I got to figure out how I want to set my week up based on last week. All right. And so if you are prone to forgetting anniversaries, birthdays, special occasions, please plan ahead. You don't want to miss the special birthdays. You don't want to miss that office party. You don't want to miss your anniversary, things like that, your friend's birthday. So take some time to put those birthdays and anniversaries. I actually like to start with those. I like to start with the birthdays and anniversaries because that also affects your budget and it affects your schedule. If you have a friend, her birthday's coming up and maybe she's doing a cruise, then you want to plan accordingly. Maybe the cruise is $1,000. Maybe there's a quick trip to Vegas. Maybe you need another outfit, or you need to pitch in for a car or pitch in for a gift. And so I try to plan the birthdays first because those are like not included in your normal budget. And that way you can see what you want to adjust. Here's some tips for birthdays: having birthday cards in advance, gift cards and bags in advance. How many times have you gone to the store last minute, grab some bags, pay $5 for a bag that was only worth 50 cents? So having birthday cards, gift cards, small gifts like Starbucks gift cards. Bath and Body Works are always having little sales. So, and then Ulta has a lot of sales on 5 lotions for $10, things like that. So if you keep a couple last minute body lotions available, last minute gift cards available, and if there's a birthday at the office or something you forgot about, you always have something to go to, right? All right, so planning your week. So in your strategy Saturday calendar, you have a place to plan your week, and you can also upload that into the Good Notes app if you have an iPad, and you can write on it from there. And so let me just break that down for you. You have a space to put your weekly goals, your weekly priorities, your personal to-do list, your habit tracker, yours. I was going to say for the habit tracker, just for me, I have to make sure I drink enough water. I have to stay hydrated. I have a new weekly schedule, and I find myself again drinking more coffee, and then that coffee makes you dehydrated, and then it gives you a high, then it gives you a low. So I have to make sure on my habit tracker that I'm drinking my recommended water for the week. Right. So then you have a place to put your priorities, your top 3 goals. So you can plan out a good week with this form. And then those of you who have your checklist, you kind of want to think about, your cleaning responsibilities, your laundry, your self-care. Are you getting your hair cut this week? Are you getting your mani-pedi this week? What about your fun and recreational goals? Because you also want to create a balanced lifestyle. You want to check the weather. For those of you in California, I think we rarely check the weather. And then when it does rain, sometimes it rains a half a day and we're still wearing shorts. But check the weather, plan your events for next week. What about your doctor's appointments? Making sure you're scheduling in your dentist, not at the last minute when your tooth is hurting. So, how many dentist appointments do you need to make for the year? And then call your dentist and make them all for the year and put them all in your calendar. Any massages that you need, getting your car maintenance, your car wash. So make sure you start getting your list together. I like the Celebrate Everyday Fun calendar, and this is just a fun calendar that updates you on, National Sandwich Month, National Donut Month, National Garage Sale. So if you are aware of these special holidays, even if you don't participate, you're kind of prepared for it ahead of time. If you know it's National Donut Month, maybe you're a manager at an office or Donut Day, stop by and get donuts for the office and let them know, hey, it's National Donut Day. So things like that can keep you updated on what's happening around you. And then monthly budget, making sure you are on top of your bills, your checking and savings. There's a lot of weird things happening this week. Cash App went down, and I had already sent a couple people $200, and it was stuck. And that was kind of, I didn't know what was happening with that. So stay on top of your bills, stay on top of your checking account. I also noticed some other bills, people were saying, oh, you didn't pay this. And then I'll go into my app and go, yeah, I paid that. And so I was getting late notices. So, you guys want to stay on top of your bills, stay on top of your budget, stay on top of your payments. Now that a lot of us are going digital, there's some weird things happening on the internet. So stay on top of your automatics. I also don't like that, I have a lot of things coming through Apple, and it'll be like Apple services. And I noticed that they were like $9.99, $9.99. How many things do I have for $9.99? How do I know this is not an error and it's not even, it's not detailed out? So, stay on top of your things. Make sure you're not being double charged. And then meal planning. That is such a big one. Planning out your meals for the week. The benefits of meal planning: it helps you to eat healthier, hopefully, helps you reduce food waste. It helps you cut costs if you plan in advance, and saving time and eliminating stress. And there are a couple of meal planning services like emails, HelloFresh. There's another one I'm going to put on here because we're going to do the plant-based challenge, and there's a company that a lot of people use for keto. I'll get that for you guys. Having a weekly routine for your meals, like meatless Monday. If you know every Monday it's going to be meatless, every Tuesday you're going to have tacos, every Thursday you're going to do the crock pot, every Friday, since it's the end of the week, maybe you're going to go out to eat or you're going to bring food home. So just having some type of routine in addition to your meal planning would help also. All right, now goal setting. We are using, of course, the 2023 Goals Journal, your one-year personal goal achievement system, inspiring you to dream, plan, and take immediate action toward your goals. We have a reflection strategy timeline. So the 1st through the 7th, we spend that time writing out our goals. The 8th through the 14th, which we're on now. Now we're researching books, magazines, websites, and support you need to accomplish those goals. So this month we're working on our family goals. What goals that you write down for your family? Maybe you're considering adoption. Maybe you're considering having a baby for the first time. Maybe you're considering getting married. So your family goals might be different. Maybe you're setting up your family trust, your family. So your family goals are going to be different than my family goals. So now this week you're asking yourself, based on the goals that I set for myself, what books, what coaches, what magazines, what websites do I need to read to help me get closer to my goals, right? And then on the 15th and 18th, based on the goals that you wrote down, you're going to write your affirmations out. On the 19th to the 22nd, you're going to create your weekly, monthly, and yearly routines. And then the 23rd to the 27th, you're going to create your vision board, or you're going to make sure you're looking at the vision board you created in December. Because I don't know what you guys are doing with your vision boards that you created in December. Are they up on the wall? Are you reviewing them? Are you looking at them every day? Are they in a place where you see them? And then, of course, at the end of the month, we're going to celebrate the success. All right. And now you want to work on your weekly goal accountability tracker. And this is not a calendar. This is a space that you're only putting the routines that you set in place to achieve the goals that you set for yourself in the beginning of the year. So for example, maybe you need to really work on your relationship goals. Maybe you need to really work on your marriage. So maybe if you're really working on your marriage, what can you do every day this week? Or what are you going to do once a week? So say like Monday will be your marriage Monday. So you're going to put under the Marvelous Monday section, have dinner with my spouse, have lunch with my spouse, watch a movie with my spouse. And maybe that's something you want to do every week because you're building that relationship. Maybe you're working on your health goals. So that Monday will be Meatless Monday for you. Every Monday is going to be Meatless Monday. Maybe you need to take more time to pause and reflect and self-care. So every Tuesday is going to be your Take a Break Tuesday. And so this is a place where you start to develop your accountability, your routines to help you stay on track for your goals. And you can start by, saying what the date, the week is, and then putting your top goals for the week. So if your top goals for the week is to lose weight, work on your relationship with your spouse, work on your career, what are you going to do every day this week to work on your career? Are you going to read a book on careers? Are you going to work on your resume? Are you going to get a coach? So again, this is not a calendar. This is a space where you're going to write out your routines for the week. And then you should have a daily routine. What do you do every day? Do you exercise every day? Do you drink water every day? Do you read every day? So making sure you have a daily routine, making sure you have a morning routine. And of course, there are times when you need to say, skip the routine and just chill or relax, or don't let the calendar overwhelm you. Maybe there's a time you need a break, but for the most part, you should have a steady routine that you do to help you stay, just like brushing your teeth and washing your face, making a green smoothie every day. Do you have devotional every morning? And then having a weekend routine, like this is the weekend. Maybe every weekend you're washing your car, you're washing your hair, you're doing your meal prep, you're getting your clothes ready for the week. Again, in the beginning of the video, I said, do not get overwhelmed. This is not for you to get overwhelmed. It's for you to get your priorities together so your schedule in the week doesn't overwhelm you. If you already have your meals ready, you already have your clothes ready, it should become a smoother week for you to work on your goals. And then what are you reading? This is what I'm reading this week, The Alchemist. I'm in part of a book club. And then we're also reading the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families. We're also doing our 21-day plant-based challenge. So I'm reading Pinky Cole's book. And some tips: make room for your goals. Visualize how you want next week to be. Create a playlist that you can use during the week. Maybe this is a different week for you and you need a different type of playlist. Use that. Pack all your supplies in one backpack so they're easy and ready in one place. Review your vision board every week. And plan for distractions. Like for me, I had so many plans and I was on the couch out. And so I had to plan to say, hey, if I miss this day, what am I going to do the next day? And give yourself some grace. You know, if you have a new exercise, you have a new routine, you have a new job, you might have a new boss, you might be getting up at a different time, and you might have to readjust. You don't know how that's going to make you feel, how that's going to take you out. So I want to give you a couple of resources. I do have a Strategy Saturday playlist. When you're done with this call and you start working on your budget and start working on your weekly goal tracker, you can listen to my Strategy Saturday playlist on Spotify, or you can create your own. And then I have a couple announcements. Our 21-day plant-based challenge is starting on September 11th, that's this Monday, until October 1st. You can go ahead and register at thegoalsettersclub.com. Everything you need to have a successful challenge with us is available in the portal, and we start together on September 11th. We have a kickoff call tonight at 7:30 p.m. So once you register for the course, we will have a kickoff. It's an on-demand course, so you can take it whenever you want. Occasionally, I will do an updated kickoff list if I have some new information to share with you guys. And then don't forget to catch our Marriage Goals podcast with Coach B and Sherea. Our next episode will be September 18th, which is Monday the 18th. So go ahead and check that. And if you haven't watched our premiere episode, you can go ahead and watch that too. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, it's on Amazon Music, it's on Apple Podcasts. And then our Amazon Book Club is the last Sunday of every month. We are now reading the 7 Habits of Highly Effective Families, because this month we are working on our family goals. All right. So thank you guys. There is a quote: "It wasn't raining when Noah built the ark." So don't wait for it to rain to work on your goals, to work on yourself. You want to prepare in advance. Okay. You want to be proactive. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen. All right. Thank you guys. And I will see you next Saturday.